Something truly special happened on the chase, and it caught everyone off guard in the most unexpected way. It wasn't about a tough question, a dramatic chase, or a last-second win. It was about a moment so human, so warm, and so quietly powerful that viewers felt it instantly, even through the screen. Bradley Walsh, a man known for his quick wit, playful teasing, and infectious laughter, surprised everyone by showing a side of himself that fans don't always get to see. A softer side, a more reflective side, and perhaps the most genuine side of all. As the studio lights glowed and the familiar rhythm of the show continued, something shifted. The usual banter slowed, the laughter softened, and in that space, Bradley shared something that felt deeply personal, not heavy, not dramatic, but meaningful in a way that lingered. The contestants noticed it first. Their smiles changed, their posture shifted. They leaned in, not as players on a game show, but as people listening to someone they respected. And that's when viewers at home felt it too, that quiet, emotional pull that makes you pause whatever you're doing and just listen. Bradley didn't raise his voice. He didn't make a grand announcement. Instead, he spoke with warmth, humor, and a touch of nostalgia. He talked about the journey, not just of the show, but of life, connection, and those small moments that somehow mean everything. He joked, of course, that's Bradley. A gentle laugh here, a playful remark there, but underneath the humor was sincerity. The kind that doesn't need dramatic music or big words, the kind that feels real. What made the moment so powerful was how unexpected it was. Fans are used to Bradley cracking jokes, calming nervous contestants, and trading playful glances with the chasers. But this time, he let the audience see the heart behind the host, the man who truly loves what he does and the people he shares it with. There was a romantic quality to it, too. Not romantic in the traditional sense, but romantic in spirit. A love for storytelling, a love for shared experiences, a love for laughter that brings strangers together for a few precious minutes. And let's not forget the humor. Even in a heartfelt moment, Bradley managed to sprinkle in his signature charm, a self-deprecating joke, a cheeky smile, a line that made everyone laugh just when emotions were running high. It was perfectly balanced, emotional without being heavy, funny without breaking the moment. The contestants responded naturally. Some smiled warmly, others laughed. One or two looked genuinely moved. It wasn't rehearsed, it wasn't staged. It was one of those rare television moments that feel unscripted because they are. Viewers later shared how the moment stayed with them long after the episode ended. Some said it reminded them why they fell in love with the show in the first place. Others said it felt like a comforting conversation with an old friend, and many simply said it made them smile. Bradley has always had a unique ability to connect. He doesn't talk down to people, he doesn't rush them, he listens. And in that moment, it was clear that the chase is more than just a quiz show to him. It's a place where real human connection happens. There was a playful sparkle in his eyes as he spoke, as if he was sharing an inside joke with millions of viewers at once. And yet there was also reflection, a quiet acknowledgement of how far the show has come and how meaningful those years have been. It's moments like these that remind us why certain shows become part of our lives. They're not just entertainment, they're routines, comfort, familiar faces that show up after a long day, voices that make us laugh when we need it most. Bradley's words carried that feeling. They weren't about endings or goodbyes. They were about appreciation, about gratitude, about enjoying the moment you're in, even as time keeps moving forward. The chasers, usually known for their sharp focus and competitive edge, seemed to soften too. A nod here, a smile there. Even they felt the warmth of the moment. And that's the magic of it. In a studio filled with cameras, lights, and expectations, something real happened, something that couldn't be planned. Fans online quickly picked up on it. Clips were shared, comments poured in. People talked about how refreshing it was to see such honesty on television, how comforting it felt, how it reminded them that behind every show is a group of people who care deeply about what they do. Some viewers even joked that Bradley managed to turn a quiz show into a love letter to the audience, to the contestants, and to the joy of shared laughter. And honestly, that's not far from the truth. There's something incredibly romantic about familiarity, about turning on the TV and knowing exactly who you'll see, how they'll smile, how they'll joke, and still being surprised by them years later. Bradley has mastered that balance. He's familiar without being boring, funny without being forced, emotional without being overwhelming. This moment proved that sometimes the most unforgettable television isn't loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's a smile. Sometimes it's a few honest words spoken from the heart. As the show continued, the energy felt different, lighter, warmer, more connected. Contestants played with renewed enthusiasm, the audience felt more involved, and viewers at home felt like they were part of something special. That's the kind of moment you don't plan for, it just happens. And when it does, it reminds us why we keep coming back, why we tune in episode after episode, why certain hosts become more than just presenters, they become companions in our daily lives. Bradley didn't try to steal the spotlight, he shared it. He invited everyone into the moment, and that's what made it so powerful. In a world full of fast news, loud headlines, and constant noise, this gentle, heartfelt exchange stood out. It reminded us to slow down, to laugh, to appreciate the people and moments that bring joy into our lives. And maybe that's why it resonated so deeply. Because at the end of the day, we're all chasing something: connection, laughter, meaning. And for a brief moment, the chase gave us all three. If moments like this remind you why you love great television, why you enjoy genuine laughter, and why human connection still matters, then stay connected for more stories that celebrate exactly that. Because sometimes the most unexpected moments are the ones that stay with us the longest.